King Lewis and Denise Rich. And we're talking right now about relationships from a biblical point and how that plays into your relationship. But what we were talking about when we ended the last segment is your expectations of that partner and how that plays into whether that relationship work or not. Go ahead, Lewis. Give me your thoughts on that.
Correct. And just to recap, it's a custom idea that only you know, because you know what your goals are in life, you know what your strengths and your weaknesses are. So if you can find someone who can be strong when you're not, that's really a good thing. And then you have these relationships, humans are very weird, that shouldn't work, and they work fine, but you know these things. But life teaches you how to walk in so many different arenas. When you want to be a lawyer or a doctor, you go to different classes than someone who's going to go off and just play basketball or football. They put you together. If you're in honor classes, you're not in a regular English class. They put you in a different class with other kids who are on your level.
Right.
For a reason.
Gifted. Right. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we do this all out during life. And even if you play football, I didn't practice, they will split us up. You got a whole team. If you don't know much about football, you may not understand this. You see just one team. But during practice, I'm with the linemen. I'm not practicing with the quarterback or the field goal kickers. Mm-hmm. And then for a few minutes, we all come together. But there's a time in there where we separate. And you only practice with people who are doing what you're doing on your level.
Okay. That makes sense. Now, see, that's what I mean. When you can equate real life situations, like you used truck driving and football as a metaphor.
Right.
Okay,
for
so
people who understand that, yes.
Right. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Now, and like I said, I've been married multiple times. I don't know, as I said, the realization hit me as I got older. I think some of it I was just playing around, but now in my defense, I was of the mind too. Well, you know what? I don't want God to catch me out here doing what I'm doing and he's not my husband. So that was my main focus, honest to God, for getting married. But then it wasn't the right focus because I shouldn't get married for that reason.
Correct.
Do you see what I'm saying? So it didn't work. It wasn't something that God had blessed.
Right. It's something we tried to put together when all we had to do was do what God said and seek Him first.
Right.
It's not always so easy because we want things before we should have it in our life.
Right. And then it was flesh driven.
Right.
So, so I don't blame anybody for those people that I was married to. Now, I'm not saying, because I had, two really, decent guys, but one of them, as you know, wasn't so decent. But I don't blame anybody because I put myself in those situations. So, I could be bitter, sour right now. You got a lot of people that are bitter when they have marriages don't work out. They become bitter. But thank God I'm not like that, and realize that, the next person that I hope God blesses me with, that is truly going to be my life's partner till death do us part, and that is who God has ordained to be in my life. And then that way that you're going to have a good, lasting, loving relationship. You know that.
Right. Because, like I said, the enemy wants to place his people in your life. And as much time and money and opportunity that you will throw away and waste because you're attached to the wrong person. You can use that in and outside of marriage. Business could be the wrong business partner.
Yes, indeed.
The wrong best friends. you name it, because it's a relationship that affects your life. You're spending your time and investment in these relationships, and the enemy will give you relationships that are just dead ends.
Well, I'm gonna put it the way my mother put it to me. You had everything, and you let people into your life that had nothing and want nothing.
Right.
Simple as that, Louis. I mean, you guys know how I live. I didn't need a man to give those things to me. I wanted a companion. I wanted a helpmate. Well, I was supposed to be his helpmate. Because I'm self-sufficient on my own.
Right.
But then, you open the door, you open your life, and I thought that's what you were supposed to do, though. Share what you have. But you people with predatory spirits.
Right. It's not sharing, they're taking.
Right.
They're not really adding anything to you. You may didn't see it at the time.
They're worse than termites.
Right. They're just taking.
Yeah, worse than termites.
Down while they were taking at the same time.
Definitely.
Like I said, we gotta be careful.
But
why, people tell you take your time.
But the thing is, because when you're in it, you just keep going. It's like just an unbelievable tornado, but a cycle at the same time. You know how a tornado just twirls and twirls? You keep coming right back around to that same situation, and it's getting worse, and you're trying to fix it and can't understand why the person is doing this, or you had everything, you had a good life, and you see it diminishing right before your eyes now. The life that you have built is, in effect, it is starting to dissolve and break off into pieces right before your eyes.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, and before you know it, it's all gone.
Right. And you have people who like to say, women ain't nothing, men ain't nothing. No, it's something about you that keep allowing these nothing people in your life that you're not recognizing.
Right.
Because there's great people.
Right.
But what are we not recognizing that we keep letting the nothings in our life?
Right.
Not them. It's us, because we're allowing this to happen.
Well, for me, speaking for myself once again, I think you get kind of lonely. I'm tired of being alone. Let me find somebody. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's the right person. Because just because you get tired, because think about the situations God has brought you through. There's a lot of time you get tired. There's many, many times that you get tired. But if you hang on, He brings you out as the victor, right?
Right.
So that's just like, my situation now, pertaining to my cases. I really can't go into it, but you get tired, you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. So then you relax your guard. You kind of walk. Well, you don't walk away from the Bible, but you kind of walk away from His word because you're tweaking it.
Right.
So that you could be with this other person.
Compromising.
Right. There you go. Right. Exactly.
It's not a good thing, because you'll notice that the only person that's compromising when it comes to a spiritual walk is you.
That's true.
They're not going to come towards God. You're just going to keep walking away from God to get closer to them. They're standing over there with the enemy, even if they don't know.
Wow. What about the man that, he goes to church, he has a Bible, he don't smoke, he don't drink, coming home every night, 8 o'clock, and then all of a sudden, after you marry that person, bam.
Yeah, wolves have great camouflage.
Keep up a facade. They keep up a facade. And people don't believe that. But I'm telling you, it's true. I lived it.
Right. And we have to know that even the devil knows scripture better than any human you ever met in your life.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
But he has the most wicked and dirty soul you've ever met in your life in the same breath.
Wow.
He knows the scripture, but he only using it for self-power, not to give God glory. And that's when you see a lot of people do that. There's ministers who do that. They use the word of God to empower themselves and not to empower God in their life. It's a difference.
But that's why eventually they're shown for who they really are. Now, they never ever, if you notice, there's no minister that's ever been on the wrong side of the walk, but using God's name on a daily and consistent basis that he has not revealed to us.
Oh, correct. You know how much damage that does?
Yeah, right, exactly. To the other people that thought, this is really a godly person. Whether it be a man or a woman. Whether it be a man or a woman.
And then we have so many critics that already don't want to believe the scripture or go to church. These guys do so much damage that it's almost can't even repair it. Can't do nothing but just look stupid. Like, I can't believe this dude. We had one pastor that, like little boys, a couple of them like little boys. You can't fix it. You got some of them that got 3 jets and a $10 million house. Listen.
It's detrimental. Okay, let me ask you something. Because as we go, guys, we're going to still do these segments. We are going to be picking them up and running with them. So you're going to have to keep up. I'm going to have them listed 1, 2, 3, 4, each segment down the road and what we're talking about. But you're going to have to kind of, make sure you chime in, keep up with them. And of course, they're going to be in order. We don't want the segments out of order because that's what we're talking about, being out of order, out of the will of God. And so for you to, for this to give you some insight and hopefully help you in your walk, that it's okay. It's just okay not to indulge in these things. If God said that, if we follow his will, everything will be given unto us. Everything, all of our needs will be met. So that's something you got to believe it. You just got to, and the time's going to get hard. Make no mistake about it. King Louis, do you not agree? The walk is not easy. It's not easy.
No, it's not. And because of the times that we're in, it's only going to get worse. Because now what is good is now looked at it as bad.
Right. And that comes with, as we were talking about before, in the morning you used to have to, give allegiance to the flag in the auditorium. Kids don't go in the auditorium anymore. There's no Bibles in schools anymore. They want the 10 Commandments out of the courthouses. They don't want them in any public buildings. So, that was the way Satan can come in. You can't say anything pertaining to religion on a job anymore, or what your beliefs are, or because it's considered not politically correct.
Right.
And this is not about politics. This is about God. He owns it all. So if we don't follow his rules, then there's a price to be paid. And I had to learn that because he gave it all to me. I had everything. I really, when I look back, I had nothing that I really wanted for. Was I filthy rich? No, I didn't have to be, but I had all the comforts of life, had a little change, and could do what I want to do. And all of that withered away by not following God's rule. Period. Would you not say that's the case?
That's exactly how it rolls out.
Unfortunately.
Slowly paid, and those people are gone, by the way, after their assignment is over, because they had an assignment.
Yes. Yes.
They're gone.
Yes.
And so are your blessings.
But you looking around like, what happened? And then you say, what the hell happened? But that is what happened.
Yeah,
okay.
They're gone, by the way.
Okay.
They'll be outie. They're not going to stick by. Please believe it.
It's like they walked straight out of hell to come into your life.
It's a period.
So when you say what the hell happened, that's pretty profound. And with that being said, we're going to end this segment. Again, join us on Into a Lot. It's King Lewis and Denise Rich. I hope that you could take away from this that we have to stay in the will of God. Are we going to be perfect? Are we going to do that with perfect precision and execution? No, absolutely not. But God knows your heart. He knows you. So I say to you, if you don't know Him, ask the Son to introduce you to the Father, for that is the only way into the kingdom of heaven. And with that being said, guys, we'll see you on the next video. Get into a lot. Try to stay in your walk with God and be blessed.